Hello students and a warm welcome. Hope you all are doing fine. In this video, you will get 40 important questions on the subject chemistry. Chemistry is a compulsory subject in the GATE Life Sciences exam. Number of questions are also asked in CSIR NET exam, and it is also important, although not written in the syllabus, but questions are asked in the CUET PG exam also. So if you're preparing for MSc Biotechnology, Microbiology, Applied Microbiology, Biochemistry, Bioinformatics, Life Sciences, Botany and Zoology entrance exam, then this video is very important for you. So if you are new to the channel, then do subscribe it and share it with your friends, and don't forget to press the bell icon. So first of all, I'm starting with question number 34. Before I read the question, take out your paper and pen and write the correct option. So the first question says 1 mole of carbon dioxide contains, the option A is 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of carbon. B, 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of oxygen. C, 18.1 into 10 raised to power 23 molecule of carbon dioxide. D, 3 gram atoms of carbon dioxide. The correct answer is the option A, which is 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 atoms of carbon. So the 1 mole of carbon dioxide contains 1 mole of carbon atoms, and it contains 2 moles of oxygen atoms. So for oxygen atoms, the answer would be 12 into 10 raised to power 23. So the correct answer here is the option A. Moving to the next question, real gases will approach the behavior of ideal gas at. The option A, low T, low P. T stands for temperature, P stands for pressure. Option B, low T, high P. Option C, high T, high P. Option D, high T and low P. So this is a very simple question, and the correct answer is the option D, high T, low P. Question number 36. The electronic configuration of silver atom in ground state is. A option AR. AR stands for the argon. 3D10 4s1. B option Xc. Xc stands for xenon. 4f14 Ft0 6s1. C option Kr. Kr stands for the noble gas krypton. 4d10 5s1. D option Kr 49 Fs2. And the correct answer is the option C. Now listen carefully to the solution. The silver element is in 5th row of periodic table, and it is in the 11th column of the D block, that means in the transition metal block. So electronic configuration of the silver must end as 4d9. Okay, 4d9. But what happens when we write the electronic configuration? Then the initial orbitals are written as 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d10, 4p6, 4s2, 4d9, and the initial one can be replaced by the krypton. So we can write, in addition to the initial orbitals, we can write it krypton. So it could be krypton, 4d9 and Fs2. But since it is transition metal, so one electron transfers from the s orbital to make the d orbital complete. So the configuration is 4d10 Fs1. I hope this is clear to you. Moving to the next question, question number 37. Which of the following has the lowest melting point? The A, LiCl, B NaCl, C KCl, D RbCl. Lithium chloride, sodium chloride, potassium chloride, rubidium chloride. And the correct answer is the A, which is the lithium chloride. Lithium chloride is a covalent matter chloride, while others are the ionic chloride. Question number 38. A very simple question, listen carefully. Which of the following bond is non-polar? A NH, B CH, C FF, D OH. And here the correct answer is the option C, which is the FF. F stands for fluorine. So fluorine-fluorine bond is non-polar because between the two fluorine atoms there is no electronegativity difference. Next question, number 39. The direction of a chemical reaction is the direction of decrease of A. Gibbs free energy, B. entropy, C. enthalpy, D. none. And again a very simple question, and the answer, I know you have guessed it correctly. Yes, the answer is option A, Gibbs free energy. For every spontaneous reaction, when the reaction proceeds further, then there is a decrease in the Gibbs free energy. Question number 40. The pH of gastric juice is slightly acidic, slightly basic, highly acidic, and neutral. The correct answer is it is highly acidic. The gastric juice contains hydrochloric acid and its pH is from 2 to 3. So it is highly acidic. Question number 41. An oxidizing agent is capable of A. Giving electrons, B. Accepting electrons, C. Producing anion, D. Producing cation. And the correct option is B. Accepting electrons. Now look, what is an oxidizing reagent? An oxidizing reagent is the reagent which itself gets reduced but it oxidizes others. So it accepts the electron. So the correct option is B, accepts the electron. Question number 42. The role of a catalyst in a chemical reaction is to change A. enthalpy of reaction, B. nature of products, C. activation energy, D. equilibrium constant. And the correct option is, I hope you have guessed it because it is a very simple question. Yes, the correct is that it changes the activation energy. The catalyst increases the rate of reaction by lowering down the activation energy. Question number 43. Ozone decolorizes vegetable matter due to its A. oxidizing nature, B. reducing action, C. hydrolytic action, D. unsaturated nature. So the correct option is the option A. It is having an oxidizing agent. It is having an oxidizing action. So it is using oxidizing agent in the case of the fruits and the vegetables. Question number 44. The strongest acid among the following is A. HF, B. HCl, C. HBr, D is the HI. And the correct one is the option D, HI. The acids, they lose protons when they get dissociated. So the acid which loses protons very rapidly, very easily, that acid is a strong acid. HI loses the electron with highest ease because the iodide ion is largest in size. So it is strongest acid. Question number 45. The noble gas element which is used as cryogenic fluid is A. He helium, B. Ni neon, C. Ar argon, D. Kr krypton. And the correct answer is helium. Cryogenic fluid means which can be used at very low temperature for the purpose of the preservation or for other industrial purposes. Although liquid neon, it is the best due to its cooling capacity, which is the highest cooling capacity, but neon is rare and it is also expensive. So helium is used as a cryogenic fluid. Question number 46. Which of the following is the weakest base? A. MgOH whole twice. B. CaOH whole twice. Again NaOH whole twice. KOH. Magnesium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, sodium hydroxide and potassium hydroxide. The correct one is the option A, which is the magnesium hydroxide. The magnesium hydroxide is weakest base because of its low solubility. It does not dissociate. Question number 47. Listen very carefully. Although this is a very simple question, but there is a trick. There is an ambiguity with this question. So the question is, German silver is an alloy of A. Copper, B. lead, C. zinc, D. silver. So the question is asking the German silver contains which of these constituents. So before I tell you the answer, I must tell you that German silver is an alloy, and this alloy contains copper. It also contains zinc. It contains lead, and sometimes it also contains nickel, but it does not contain silver. Although silver is in its name, but it does not contain silver. And the question is asking is an alloy, but the copper, lead and zinc, they are present in German silver. So the question is incorrect. The question should be German silver does not contain which of the following constituent. Then the answer would be D. silver. So this question is incorrect. Now moving to the next question. Question number 48. The number of isomers of C6H14 is. Now this C6H14, it is hexane, and number of isomers are 4, 5, 6 or 7. The correct answer is that it is 5. The hexane can show 5 isomers. And what are these? N-hexane, N-methylpentane, 3-methylpentane, 2,2-dimethylbutane, 2,3-dimethylbutane. Question number 49, a very easy question. Marsh gas mainly contains A. C2H2, B. CH4, C. H2S, D. CO. The correct one is B. CH4, methane. Question number 50. Bayer's reagent is A. Alkaline permanganate solution, B. Acidified permanganate solution, C. Neutral permanganate solution, D. Aqueous bromine solution. And the correct answer is the option number A. It is alkaline permanganate solution. This is used for detection of unsaturated bonds. Question number 51. In the nitration of benzene with a mixture of concentrated HNO3 and concentrated H2SO4, the active species involved is A. nitrite ion, B. nitrate ion, C. nitronium ion, D. nitrogen peroxide. And the correct answer is the option number C, which is the nitronium ion. Moving to the next question. 52. In Lessagin's test, both nitrogen and sulfur are present. Then a blood red color is obtained. This is due to the formation of A. ferric ferrocyanide, B. ferric cyanide, C. ferric thiocyanate, D. ferric hydroxide. And the correct one is A, ferric ferrocyanide. Question number 53. Which of the following is not a glyceride? A, fat, B, oil, C, phospholipid, D, soaps. I hope you can guess it correctly, and yes, the correct answer is D, soaps. Soaps are sodium or potassium salts of fatty acids. Question number 54. Substances which bring the body temperature down are known as A, antipyretics, B, analgesics, C, antibiotics, D, none. The correct answer is A, antipyretics. Antipyretics, they are used in the case of fever to decrease the body temperature. For example, paracetamol. Analgesics, they are used for the relief from the pain. Antibiotics, they are used for the treatment of the bacterial infections. Question number 55. 238 uranium 92. Now I am reading it as it is, but you should know that 92 is the atomic number and 238 is the mass number. Be ready with your pen and paper because there is a small calculation in this question. You can do it orally also. So 238 92 uranium emits an alpha particle. The mass number and atomic number of the product formed are A, 236 92, B, 234 90, C, 238 90, D, 236 90. So before I tell you the answer, I should tell you that if it is an alpha particle, then it is exactly an helium nucleus. So an alpha particle or the helium nucleus, it has the mass number 4 and atomic number 2. It has 2 protons, it has 2 neutrons and it has 2 electrons. So when this uranium emits the alpha particle, then it loses 4 of the nucleons, which are the protons and neutrons, and it loses 2 electrons. So the product formed will be having the mass number lesser than 4 and the atomic number lesser than 2. So the correct answer is 234 and 90. 238 minus 4 is equal to 234. 92 minus 2 is equal to 90. Question number 56. Green vitriol is A option CuSO4 5H2O. CuSO4 is copper sulfate pentahydrate. B, FeSO4 7H2O, ferrous sulfate heptahydrate. C, NiSO4 6H2O, nickel sulfate hexahydrate. D, ZnSO4 heptahydrate. The correct option is the B, which is the ferrous sulfate heptahydrate. It is used as a source of iron for industrial purposes. It is also used to treat anemia, the iron deficiency, especially in the case of the pregnant females. Question number 57. Which of the following is a dihydric alcohol? A, glycol, B, glycerol, C, glycine, D, citric acid. And the correct option is the option A, which is glycol. Question number 58. Phenol is more acidic than A, acetic acid, B, ethyl alcohol, C, para-nitrophenol, D, para-methoxyphenol. And the correct one is the option which is the B, ethyl alcohol. Question number 59. Salicylic acid is an aromatic compound containing one hydroxyl group, one carboxyl group, one carboxyl group and one hydroxyl group, two carboxyl, and the correct option is it contains one carboxyl group and one hydroxyl group. So the option C is correct. Question number 60. Methylamine is A. Slightly acidic, B. Less basic than ammonia, C. More basic than ammonia, D. Neutral. And the correct option is the option C. It is more basic than ammonia. Question number 61. Carbylamine reaction is used to test A. Primary amines, B. Secondary amines, C. Tertiary amines, D. None of the above. And the correct answer is the option 1, which is the primary amines. Question number 62. Which of the following types of compounds form zither ion? A. Alpha amino acids, B. Carbohydrate, C. Nucleic acid, D. Lipids. And the correct one is the alpha amino acids. Zither ions, they carry both the negative and the positive charge at the same time. They can be cation or they can be anion, or they are also called the amphoteric substances. They can be negatively charged or positively charged depending upon the pH of the medium in which they are present. The amino acids, they form zither ions because they contain both the carboxyl groups and the amino group. Question number 63. Variable valency is exhibited by A. Transition metals, B. non-metals, C. Alkali metals, D. Alkaline earth metals. So the correct option is the A. A very simple question. I know you have answered it correctly. A. Transition metals, although there is a spelling mistake here. Now question number 64. Main contributor of greenhouse effect is A. NO2, B. SO2, C. CO2, D. OF2. And the correct one is the carbon dioxide. Question number 65. Which of the following pairs of ion cannot be separated by H2S in dilute HCl? Option A. Bi3 plus SN2 plus, B. Cu2 plus CO2 plus, C. Fe3 plus Hg2 plus, D. Zn2 plus Ni2 plus. And the correct one is the option A, which is Bi3 plus and SN2 plus. When H2S is used in dilute HCl, both bismuth and tin ion, these form the radicals and they are precipitated as their sulfides, as the bismuth sulfide forms the black color and the tin sulfide, the stannous sulfide forms the yellow color and they cannot be separated. Question number 66. A numerical, so do the solution at your end. If 250 ml of 0.25 molar NaCl solution is diluted with water to a volume of 500 ml, the new concentration of the solution is 0.167 molar, 0.125 molar, 0.0833 molar, 0.0167 molar. I am telling you a hint that in this case you will apply the formula C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2. C1 is the concentration 0.25 molar, V1 is the volume 250 ml. V2 is 500 ml. You have to find C2, and upon calculating you find it to be the option B, which is 0.125 molar. Question number 27. The primary cells are A. rechargeable, B. everlasting, C. not rechargeable, and D. none. Out of this, the correct answer is the option C. These are not rechargeable. These are not rechargeable because the electrochemical reaction occurring in the cell is not reversible. So they cannot be recharged, they remain uncharged. So these were the important questions on the subject chemistry. Stay tuned. Best wishes. Bye and take care.